Imagine spending a decade painting a masterpiece. You obsess over every brushstroke, and when it's done, you lock it inside a windowless basement. This is exactly what happens when you pour your life into building a great product, but spend zero time figuring out how to get people to actually look at it. That brings us to the subject of today's session. This is card 55, focused entirely on publicity. This is a photo of business magnate John D. Rockefeller. He had a very strict philosophy regarding public perception. Next to doing the right thing, the most important thing is letting people know you're doing the right thing. Doing the right thing without a publicity engine is like throwing an expensive party and forgetting to mail the invitations. The value is there, but the impact is zero. Take a look at the card's text. It lays out a harsh truth. Nobody actually cares about your company. Journalists want what serves them. So abandon your ego and keep your pitch concise and focused entirely on the audience. Let's look at the companion guide. This section maps out the publicity playbook, a standardized framework you can use to capture media attention. First, you need the triple threat. It starts with a strong headline, the mechanical lever that actually stops a journalist from scrolling past your email. Next, you need a compelling hook to hold their attention, and a striking image to provide immediate visual proof of your claim. Then you manufacture urgency. By offering an exclusive scoop or an embargoed release date, you force a news desk to act quickly. A successful PR campaign is not a bragging session. It is the process of packaging your business into a format that solves a journalist's need for engaging content. Let's move from theory into strategy. The bottom of the card gives us 3 core prompts. First, what news sources do your customers follow, and what novel insights can you share? Second, how can you keep tabs on current trends or new discoveries that tie to your business? And third, how can you build and foster relationships with journalists? I want you to pause the video right now, set a timer for 5 minutes, pick just one of those 3 prompts, and write out a definitive answer in your notebook. Welcome back. If you struggled with that exercise, it usually comes down to one primary objection: the fear that your current business isn't large enough to actually be newsworthy. Scale does not equal news. A local bakery might not make headlines for simply opening a second location, but if that same bakery ties its new sourdough recipe to a rising millennial trend in gut health, they suddenly have a viable pitch. The media apparatus is constantly desperate for content. They don't require corporate giants. They require localized, novel angles that serve their specific readers. Mechanically, your pitch fails without cohesive structure: a headline to stop the scroll, a hook to hold attention, and an image for visual proof. Psychologically, this structure must bypass your ego entirely. Every word must point directly at what your audience desires. Taking the time to map out this strategy is exactly how you move a business out of obscurity and into the public eye. So I'll leave you with this question. If your project made the front page of your ideal customer's favorite site tomorrow, what exactly would the headline read? Figuring out the answer to that question is a prerequisite for your growth, because it is impossible to scale a secret.